Hey everyone, I haven't posted a video in a really long time, and I just thought I just had some recent doctor's appointments, so I just thought that it would be a really good idea to just kind of tell you guys what's been happening in the past year. I think it's been about a year. Oops. So the reason why, let's start off, that I haven't really posted anything is because last year around this time I miscarried and it's been really hard to talk about it. It's December and it took me a whole year to be able to talk about it without crying. Um, it was something that I had to get over emotionally um, and physically. It was draining, it's overwhelming, especially the fact that we've been trying for a really long time. Um, so we've been trying. After the miscarriage, I had to have my body go back into a cycle. And then we did a couple more cycles of Clomid afterwards, and nothing happened. And I was with my OB at the time. And after 3 more cycles, I went to my OB and I said, you know what? There are really bad side effects to this medication over the years, and I just don't want to take it anymore. And so she had then sent me to a fertility specialist, and excuse me, where I live, it's about 2 hours away. It's the same hospital, but the specialist is just in a different location. So I've been having to travel out there. Um, he's a really good, awesome guy. So we tried a different medication. We tried letrozole. And if you guys don't know about letrozole, it's this. So my body doesn't ovulate. If you guys have checked my other video, I think I only have like one or two. So my body doesn't ovulate on my own. I have to have medication to help me. But letrozole has the same idea of Clomid, but the mechanisms are different. So Clomid can thin your lining. You can get tumors eventually over the years if you take it so many times. Letrozole is technically a breast cancer medication, but they have seen that it has helped women get pregnant or helped them ovulate. And I was taking that for 3 months. I was getting ovulation positives, but I wasn't able to get pregnant, obviously. So then I met up with my doctor again because after every medication, once you start your period, he makes sure that you go in for an ultrasound to make sure you're not pregnant, because the medication does have really bad side effects if you are pregnant. It also, just to let you guys know, if it's something that you're wanting to do, I'm just warning you right now, it causes really bad hot flashes. I was at work where I work with kids. I work in an autism classroom, and it was bad. Like, I had to have my teacher put a fan next to me, or I was like right under the vent, or I had to like step outside. Your whole body just gets hot instantly, and you feel like you're going through menopause. It was bad. And the very first time I was taking it, you take it for 5 days as well. My doctor actually was having me take 2 pills for 5 days. So on day 3, you start it. You end on day 7, but I was taking 2 pills for every day. So I was taking quantity of 10 pills for the whole cycle. So the very last day, my sister had her bridal shower, and I remember I got super dizzy. Thank God it was on a weekend, so I didn't have to go to work, but I didn't even drive because it was bad. I woke up dizzy. I came downstairs, almost fell over. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some water, maybe eat some breakfast, I'll eat some cereal, and then I'm gonna get ready. The whole time I was getting ready, I was so dizzy. So I had to call one of my friends to come and take me to where my sister's bridal shower was. So that was interesting. The second time and third time I tried letrozole, I didn't get dizzy like that. I just had hot flashes, and I honestly, I didn't really have mood swings that bad. I just remember the hot flashes because it was so bad. I mean, it's worth it because, obviously you like want a baby. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. We just had Thanksgiving and I haven't been stopping. I've just been going and going. So, okay. So, last time I met with my doctor, um, I told him that I really wanted to do the IUI insemination. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a less intrusive procedure like the IVF, where IVF is like $14,000, or I think it's like around there. And the IUI without insurance is about $5,000. But depending on your insurance, if you have coverage for infertility in any way, the IUI is somewhat covered. So I had told my doctor that I wanted to do it. I was on the edge about doing injectables because I don't personally like needles. I've been deathly afraid of needles ever since I was little. I had my nose pierced, I passed out. So don't let that fool you. Every time I had to get shots, like I would throw up, my mom would have to like hold me down. It was really bad. So then I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, okay, so I've done this medication, I've done this one. The only thing left is injectables. And I'm like, why in the world would God do this to me? Like, he knows I don't like shots. I don't understand. So I've come to the conclusion that I was going to do injectables. So I had called the doctor, and I'm going to do it this month in December because my kids go on break, and then I obviously have a break too, which is good because I can be home and I can take it easy. I told my doctor, okay, what do I need to do for the insemination? Because I don't want to get here and I'm ready to do it, and then you go, oh, what, you have to get this or you have to do this. So I had to fill out like a consent form. And then specifically for the injectables, you have to take a class. They just like to be preventative and make sure you know what you're doing, which is good. So this past Friday, my grandma actually went with me because my husband had to work. So I go to the class, and I had an idea that it was going to happen, but I wasn't like too sure that she was going to actually make us do it. So we go to class. The medication for the, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. I want to say metformin, but I know that's not it. I'll put it below in the detailed box. The medication that they're giving us, there's a powder form and then there's the water form, and then you pretty much have to mix them, and then you have to put a syringe and you have to do it yourself. And so like the nurse was showing us how to do everything, and it was good. I was like practicing so I wouldn't have any air bubbles because I'm gonna have to do it at home anyways. And my grandma gives herself B12 shots, so I was happy that I took her because she's really she's educated on like shots and all of that stuff. And then the nurse goes, okay guys, I'm going to take you each in a room and you're going to show me you can do it. And I'm like, oh my God, the day is here. The day is here. I can't believe and I did it. I was so proud of myself because I've come such a long way from like getting to this point. And, sorry. It's been a long time coming. And I'm just to the point where I don't care what I have to do to get pregnant. I just want to have a baby. And I know I'm not the only one out there that has the same feeling as I do. So it was a really good feeling to have an accomplishment of something that like you feared your whole life, because you know the outcome outweighs the the circumstances. Sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. I told myself I was not going to cry. I have to suck it up for my concealer. Okay, so I'm trying to think where I'm at. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I took the class. Now, all I'm waiting for is Aunt Flo, of course. And I'm hoping that she's not late. You know that time, like, you're like, I don't want my period to come. And then when you're going through infertility, you want it to come every month because you want to keep trying and trying. So I'm waiting for that. And I'm okay with it not coming until I start my break, because once I start taking the medication, I'm going to have to take it easy. And working with autism, I don't have a break. I'm just constantly moving all day. So I'd be okay if it comes like close to when I'm going to go on break. That way, you know, it'll be at the very end. So that's where I'm at right now. My insemination, I don't know the date because I haven't started my period, and they like to do stuff sort of natural. I just want to give you guys a really quick tip. If you are thinking about doing IUI, I've looked at so many videos of IUI. It's not a bad procedure. It's just, if you choose to do the injectables, you just have to be really in tune with your body. But something I did not know that I learned, and a lot of the videos that I've watched have not explained this part of it. And the one I'm going to explain is only for injectables. So if you guys are wanting to take medication such as letrozole or Clomid, this doesn't count for you. So that's something else. And if you guys have any questions, please just send me a message, and I will try to answer it in the best way I possibly can. So for injectables, you start taking your medication on day three. So your first shot is on day 3. So you give yourself shots for 5 days. So your last shot is on day 7. So this is what I did not know, and I found out this past week when I went to my appointment. So day 7 is your last day of your shot. Day 8, you go in for an ultrasound. So there are 2 things that can happen. When you go in for your ultrasound, they can say your eggs are good. You have 1 or 2 eggs at the most. That's what they'll accept. Well, at least at my my insurance. Only for the health of like you and the baby. They don't want an overstimulation. So anything more than 2, they're going to make you wait out the cycle because there's too much overstimulation. But if your eggs are good, they're a good size, you only have 1 or 2, you're going to keep going on with the process. So day 8, you go get your ultrasound, and then day 9 at 10 p.m. at night, you're going to give yourself a trigger shot. It's the same exact needle you've been giving yourself. The needle is really tiny, like literally it's about this big, and it's super tiny. If you guys want to Google they said it's the insulin needle. It's super, super thin. Literally, it was not hard at all. I know I was freaking out about it, but it's so tiny, you guys. It's really so easy. So on day 9, you give yourself the trigger shot, which is going to release all of the eggs. You don't have to wait for like day 12 through 14 when you start peeing on a stick. You guys don't have to pay money for the stick at all, which I'm happy about because I've been spending like $60 a month on these damn ovulation kits. So day 9, you give yourself a trigger shot, and then day 10, you go in for an insemination. So the process is speeded up to a max, and I didn't know that. I just thought you did everything, and then you had to wait until day 14 when you most likely ovulate. But I'm super excited about it, and it's going to be interesting. It'll be worth it. I'll probably write another video. Oh my gosh, guys, it's been a long day. I'll post another video when the time comes closer, or maybe after, and I can tell you guys about the side effects that I felt if you guys want to know about that. If you guys have any other questions, or you guys want a video on something, please let me know. And then, yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.